Are we on? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Microphone check. Lights.
Cameras.
Hit me. This is swanky. This is lifestyle. This is culture. Welcome to the social center of everything culture. Culture Daily.
In front of the locals. In an annual ritual, the outlaw is presented to the royal body of the region, where he is to be executed by the king's favorite warrior and executioner, Bafor. The convict is given a chance to fight for his life and his freedom. This is his final chance for redemption. Knowing that the local guards are not enough for this unique outlaw, the chief of the village takes matters to the king himself and his skillful warriors.
Ago ni make say bi nyelo. Menek pe ni work pe ne. Eji na agbe hunu kusum. Kusum ne akagio anyunam. Ni me pe ni work pe bi ne. O ka Ghana manya fe gbumbonyo nchobo. Bomo ne egbegbe baba ho. Bomo ne etireglamo jigbele. Bafo gone ni bi boy na fi ewo wo to ni ke bafo agbena bi e bafo agbere ni ke la agbena bi na no ni jo o fa ne onu mena gbe ni wo gbe bi e ne wo ke gbo mo ku ni ne jo yen egbegbe baba ho ni jo mo te gbe.
Not much time is wasted. The king's legendary executioner arrives at the battleground. Bafor is here. The chief and the locals leave the executioner alone with the outlaw, as the king witnesses his favorite warrior at work.
Well, what you just watched was a visual or a video from about 11 years ago. Maybe Cyril will give you more insights into that. But there's a reason why we put that video on the screen for you to watch. And let's give credits to the creators. Good morning, going out to Kofi J. Marfo and to Pascal Aka as well. And there's a whole story behind what we're just telling you and what you just witnessed. I'm very sure some of you may have just laughed it off and went like, hey, look, Ghana trying to copy some martial arts moves in there. Some of you may have seen the artistic approach to this as well in terms of the we can do it if we are given the chance, or if we push ourselves to it as well. Well, wherever you stand on both sides of the coin, well, I tell you what, by the end of this conversation, maybe we will have made headway with exactly where our movie industry stands. But before we jump into that convo, real quickly, what if you could win 5,000 Ghana cedis cash whilst helping build schools in Ghana, or win iPhones whilst helping renovate local hospitals? Well, thanks to myeko.com, it is possible. Now, it's a social impact crowdfunding platform that has teamed up with non-profits to raise funds for essential projects to improve our communities. But here's what makes it different or very special. Every time you support a MyEco project, you automatically enter to win incredible prizes like iPhones, iPads, and many more. How about you jump onto the website? It's myeko.com, MAYEKOO.com. It's registered with the Ghana National Lottery Authority. It is done to empower society to dream big and regulated by the National Lottery Authority on the Caritas Lottery platforms. Terms and conditions apply. Now, come 28th, also at Beehive, tell you what, the Just Vibes brunch will be happening. You can't miss it from 11 a.m. all the way till 5 p.m. Come hang out with the Just Vibes crew. Of course, you catch it, Silver and friends hanging out with you, talking and chilling, everything that's got to do with Gen Z. You can't miss it. Also, talking about things you can't miss: adventure, fun, arts, fashion, e-gaming, food, music, beach, and more, all in one place in the heat of Accra. Tidal Rave Festival is reimagining the beachfront at La Palm Beach for a new rave experience. Bikini check, tank top, you know, everything that comes with going to the beach, right? Sunglasses, scarf, you name them. Dance moves, which I'm a part of it. I'm one of the best dancers in Ghana as we speak. I just haven't shown you yet.
We believe
Come experience Africa's biggest beach event reimagined. New location, new experience, new ravers, new songs, new flavors, and a whole lot more. Tidal Rave is going to be crazy with Kitty, R2Bs, Efia Kim Promise, Sarkodie Samini, Veroski, and many more. If you want to get your tickets, do that ASAP. Just dial *713*. Again, *713*, 33*10#. Did you get it? So I said again, *713*, 33*10# for your tickets. Now, if you want to be part of it through sponsorships as well, call 020-323-5822. Join the conversations on Tidal Rave, coming soon to the Palm Beach Hotel. Anyway, so when you eat like we ate this morning, you know there's some food and sugars trapped between your teeth, but I hope you brush your teeth with Pepsodent Cavity Fighter before you do the eating, because if you don't, you can get some foul breath, in some cases, gum disease, and a whole lot more. Tooth decay, yes. I know a few friends with tooth decay. Now, brush your teeth every morning and evening with Pepsodent Cavity Fighter, because it gives you the protection you need, leaving you with 10 times stronger teeth. Now, it is fortified with pro-fluoride or micro and microcalcium ingredients that seals tiny and invisible holes in your teeth. Now, this prevents your teeth, it prevents cavities and keeps your teeth very strong and your mouth very, very healthy. All right. So I'll tell you also about 590 Mobile real quickly. Now, you can play any game, any day, Monday to Sunday, just by dialing *959# ASAP. Try it. It's a 590 Mobile at Darwin Sem. Select the game you want to play. That's today, like we had Monday special, all the way to Sunday Asida. And when you do, you are almost guaranteed you can make some money for yourself this week. Stake responsibly, though. It's not for persons below the ages of 18 years. Today being Tuesday, guess what? It's open, live and in color. Tunnel Lounge, located number 45 Kofi Annan Street. It's around the Nyaho Clinic. You can't miss it. Today is the Bachata Dance. It's going to be very exciting. So join them on there. It's open from 4 p.m. Don't miss this amazing lineup of stuff about to happen for you. Reservations, call 0551-556-444 or 0551-556-999 if you want more information from Tunnel Lounge. All right, on that note, we are back into the studio with what you just saw. Let me hand over to Cyril. He'll break it down for you. Much better. Mr. Serial.
Hello, sir. Morning. Yeah, so like you beautifully started.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
But just to give our viewers a heads up on our conversation this morning, I want to just read this, that we're talking about, packaging the look and feel of Ghana's cinema.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
So what to you, Jolati?
Yes, packaging the look and feel of Ghana cinema.
Yeah.
So the video we watched was just by the way, but something to bring our minds back to the possibilities that have existed and should have been capitalized on by now. So we start off the race acknowledging the fact that we are behind. That way we try and wean out things like complacency and excuses and he did and she did and this was this person, because as much as this is 10 years, 11 years old, and we saw the potential as far back as then, in that 10 years we've had amazing films. Away Bus, Gold Coast, Keteke, Lucky. There have been a lot of Ghanaian films that have won awards, been celebrated at festivals, some have got funding. So it's happening on a micro level. It's not industry-wide. The growth is not industry-wide. Now, the reason why I particularly wanted us to see that is because the expertise that brings the realism to the film, it's not just a responsibility of the cameraman or the director or the writer or the actor. There are technical expertise that run between those various roles to make sure that the realism that we want in our films becomes, a reality. Now, you asked earlier on about the Stonebwoy video and why it seems easy to create music videos and give them that cinematic feel and everything looks perfect and it's all fine. The simple answer is that the music video can get away with showing abstract scenes that not necessarily have a coherent thought to the visual you are watching, right? So in a music video, you can show from the bottom of somebody's foot to the inside of somebody's watch plate if it matches the song. But in a movie, there needs to be a story, a background, and a rationale for that transition. You get what I'm saying? So
I get it, but I still feel that with that particular thing, there's a missing element. With,
that's where I'm getting
the
to.
work input from the music video director and then the film director.
No, for the music video, a lot of it is beautiful visuals, strung together by a good storyline, or a storyline that holds to the song. But for a film, each scene needs to be relevant to the story while remaining consistent to the story, right? So each scene is it's like a jigsaw puzzle. By the time you put all the pieces together, the image needs to be told. You need to be able to see the final jigsaw and go, oh! That's why at the end of a film, if there's a twist, we go, whoa, plot twist. I thought I was fixing an alligator jigsaw, but it's a wall gecko. You get what I'm saying? But with a music video, you don't need that necessarily. I mean, for example, Kwame Eugene and Rotimi's Cryptocurrency. Amazing video, right? Amazing video. But what was the story? The story leveraged on sci-fi effects, exaggerated visuals, and creative expression. So after watching it, apart from the fact that we enjoyed it, we appreciate the visuals and blah, 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 there's no deep story to go with. As compared to watching The Road to Kukrentumi watching Keteke.
But aside story, mine is that, I'm not technical, and I mean, unfortunately, we couldn't get our technical team.
We had a technical guy. Stip didn't want to join us.
Yeah, Stip is technical, and he has failed us.
Yes.
Hopefully, to join us on this conversation.
Yeah. So if you know Stip, ask him why he didn't want to come and talk to us.
You need to occupy the MCR.
Let me just debate a bit.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Clear truth to a bro.
Yeah. This is not because of Stip. Like, this is just like a general observation.
They want to stay away. Say
why do we have professionals,
exactly, who don't want
people
to speak?
who know
it's all
their
Stip's
stuff?
fault.
No.
Behind the scene boys.
Yeah, but no, you know your stuff. You know that the industry needs your expertise
but
on
they don't want
panel
to show
conversations, and you don't want to show up. I don't get. And you sit outside and you complain that there's trash on air.
Give them.
No, I'm just
No,
curious.
because some people just love
I'm
to
also
be,
curious.
Some people love to be behind the scenes.
No,
yeah,
no,
but
no.
They are
I
being
think that's okay because sometimes probably they don't. You can do. There's
Only the
eloquence,
essay,
and then
still
there's
in place,
also
we
like
collect stream
having
minutes.
to do
You see
things
what-
technically.
You
So
see
there's
what
a
Juliet said
difference.
yesterday? No. You see what Juliet said yesterday? Knowledge sharing and facilitation of expertise is how the West and the rest of the world is progressing.
And it's important.
When they were Meta, CinemaCon,
Yeah.
all these things, it is necessary. CinemaCon is nothing more than expertise. Those who've done it, those who are trying new things, and those in between, they meet. It's a melting pot of ideas and sharing of experiences, and people leave elevated to try new things. So if we don't have a pot where our expertise can come and help us judge on these, or they refuse not to be present, it's part of the problem. Trust me.
It's
You
a
cannot be a
huge
wise
problem.
man in your darkness.
Yeah.
When people are begging for your wisdom somewhere, you choose not to come and share it. Because we have people who've made films, people who've written, people who are screenwriters, people who've worked on international films, people who have worked on movie scores, voiceovers. People have experience in this Accra.
And
People have experience,
we've
but
we've left the conversation to people who are not unripe,
Fluff.
quote unquote,
Fluff.
to speak on these matters. And you see, it's because we know some of the backdoor conversations where you find some of these. And I have actually spoken to some of these experts, asking them like, "Bro, you are constantly bashing those who perhaps
Who try
to at least make sense."
and you know better.
Like
but
for example,
no advice.
I mean, our guest couldn't make it today because he took in some meds to help him with his ailment. But that's just by the way. He, on any other day when you call him, he will come out, right? But other people, you try to get them to come to have conversations, and they don't want to come because me them in camera. Say how are we going to empower
Please
the
let me reset
ecosystem?
us back to.
Only,
We shall use our expertise. We shall use our expertise
He
to
said
try.
something very important. We
and you know what's
we
going to
have
happen?
a role of,
The question somebody is going to write under the YouTube is, but the people who did the panel there, they talk, which one of them they make film?
you understand?
I beg
But
you.
it's not,
So
it's not our fault.
disclaimer set.
Okay.
Disclaimer
I
said,
get what you
You
mean.
get what I'm saying? It's not our
We have
fault
given
because we're
ourselves
having a
5
very
minutes of disclaimer.
we're having a very important conversation.
Yeah.
A very, very important conversation
Which is supposed to
that needs
understand.
to be had.
I bet you we are going to see that comment.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
You know, sometimes, right? Still on what Olele said. For us who sit in these places or this seat, it is our duty to start the narrative.
Yeah.
That's our job.
From
we
within our
don't
skill
need
set.
to know everything.
Everything, no.
Yeah.
We need to just start a narrative and ask questions, be it dumb, stupid, interesting,
Start the
provoking.
conversation,
We need to ask it because somebody needs to ask it. So when that happens, it triggers all kinds of opinions to the matter. So hence the reason why such conversations need to happen. So not to understand, viewers, not to downplay any director, any film director's artistic
Any movie
impression
producer
or
writers.
talent or skill, but we need to understand why. In the process of understanding why, good questions will be asked, bad questions will be asked, dumb questions will be asked. But all these questions, which you might say are good, bad, or dumb, good, bad, and ugly. I love that movie. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Most of you are not born. No. Clint Eastwood. I know, right? These questions that we ask, it depends on where you sit as a viewer or as a consumer, and how you'd understand that this question to me. For example, somebody might be asking, why do these guys have things in their ears? And you might know. But somebody doesn't. I don't want to wake up in the morning and be like a robot, do I? But it's of need until you understand. So to somebody asking, why is there a wire in Jay's ear or a headset in Jay's ear? To somebody who doesn't know, it's a very good question. But to somebody who knows it very well, sees it as a dumb question. So these questions we're going to be asking ourselves. We want to understand why. It is easy. Still, we're hearing music video budgets going to as high as about, in our Ghanaian space, to as high as about 100,000, 120,000. We've heard budgets of such sorts, and equally heard movies of such sorts carrying the same budgets. So we ask ourselves the questions that how do some movies or how do some music videos carry a certain aesthetic feel, that is beautiful. You watch it, you love it. The motion graphics, the cinematography, the color grading, the everything, the fashion sense, the everything in there that constitutes to making that music video beautiful. It could be a short film. Have you thought about it? But if we were to shoot a short film, and you watch that short film and you watch quality, forget storyline, quality picture or photography, cinematography, and all the graphics in there, you ask yourself that we have the people. Somebody will say we have the men. We have the people. Can we borrow the people who understand these things? How Juliet's mentioned of things, such things yesterday, the collaborations. How can we come together and make it work? Because as equal as we sit in our homes and complain about these things, the question is, you are complaining. What are you doing about it? You are saying, you know they play Ghana music. Are you posting a Ghanaian song on your page? I beg to differ. Oh yeah, I do so one. How often are you doing it? So it's easy to complain, but when it comes to doing the work, then you want to be selective on who should go and do the work. But you are in the media. No. We used to be traditional media. Now there's social media, there's digital media, where a lot of us have got accounts. We are individual TV and radio stations and press, because you can post video, you can post audio, and you can write. So we are all competing. It will surprise you that media houses sit in business review meetings and discuss digital media platforms that are competitive to their brands and what they should do, collaborate or compete. So you as an individual, we sat in here a few days ago and spoke about the Pulse Influencer Awards. Look at platforms like Olele Salvador's Deep Field Stores. Platforms like Sika Official, I beg your pardon, Sika Official's X handle. Look at the likes of bloggers like Zion Felix and Damayo Deborah and Kokon Sajih, and you name them. Plenty. And these are huge platforms that command huge numbers. Go and check out his social media platform. I'm sure it amasses in total over 4-5 million people following. Influence. So all these platforms are people who also have managed to use their platforms to draw certain audiences and become influencers. How about you? So this whole space we find ourselves in, the big question is, what are we doing with ourselves and our collaborative efforts to create monsters? And that's what Olele is asking. That when we try to reach out to some of these people with the in-depth knowledge on these spaces, it's hard to get them to come out and speak. Our movie industry is crippling, or is crippled. Clear facts. We've left the weight on very few, very, very, very few producers and directors and to come and create the magic. But it's not a one-man show. It's all of us. So how do we do it? So the look and feel of our movies is what we want to talk about. We want to understand. And there are so many things you can say about it. We'll open the phone lines as well. So many things you can say about it. Yes, the equipment. Yes, the this, the that, and that. And it's very, 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 very true. You have a very fair point. But we've seen people pull it off in 3 to 4 minute music videos. If we're to do, even if we're not doing 2-hour movies and we're started off with short films and we're achieving the same purpose, it's a start. Who knows? 0 something 0.
02040,080.
0 something 0.
Did you forget?
No. You see, he was he was on the motorway. He had to apply.
0
break.
He mentioned it right.
Yeah,
there.
I don't know.
40,000.
I don't know why they let this guy keep coming back to work. This guy. I think the telephone number, right? That's what. HR, they are on program.
How proud will Motowners be of him? Simple. This is an easy number. It doesn't have.
Only HR know they watch the show.
02040,080.
No.
02040,080. Charlie.
Bros.
Hey.
Circling back to the conversation, I think, like Cyril said, that was about 10-11 years ago. Pascal has also shot a couple of movies within those years. Recently, I think his Gold Coast movie won an award at the AMVC.
Won a few.
There are more awards he's won, right? Okay. And that should tell us that there's
a Bego Gold Coast Lounge.
What did I say?
You said Gold Coast.
Okay, Gold Coast Lounge. Yes, Gold Coast Lounge. I think it was the first time since 90 something we saw a full monochrome, cinematography, and I think it was a great challenge to attempt to at least
execute that and change our mindset.
Exactly, and I think he did a fantastic job. I mean,
plus it's on Netflix, so
right,
that's a win.
That's
he's got this short film that he did with it, the one was some two police officers I'm trying to find that video. Wow.
And you see, Jay, talking about short films, I thought that could be one of our routes to sustain our alien industry.
If we can't do the long one.
What's the difference between a short film and a TV series? a short film that's going to be.
You saw the visual that Kofi Isihini pulled off with which of the beers?
Origin.
The drinks, drinks. Okay, yeah.
But short films can be as short as 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
6 minutes. 7 minutes. Maybe up to 10 minutes.
I really don't know what exactly is considered when it comes to like short films and long features.
Series,
it's a theatrical
feature,
episodes, the time.
Episodes, yes, the timing.
We have when they say a full length movie,
we have just
of some series go as short as maybe 15 minutes.
Yes,
some can extend to an hour.
Let's connect Jesse on the line. Jesse, good morning. If you can hear us.
So happening on my time.
Hi, Jesse. Can you hear us? Jesse, your line is unclear. If you can just reposition yourself and talk to us, we'll be grateful. Can you hear us? Jesse, I know it's not your fault. Network challenges. So anyway, Lenny, you were talking. Please, I'm sorry about that one.
Yeah, what I was saying was that it's the duration that makes the difference. So short films, it depends. You can have a 30-minute short film. Right? As well as have a 5-minute short film or a 7-minute short film. Same way you can have an episode of a series that will go as long as an hour 30 minutes. And it's still an episode. Again, you can have a movie that goes an hour 30 minutes. We have movies like that that are really short, but they don't call those ones short films. So you get what I mean? So I think that the timing makes the difference.
So what? Okay, so it's just a timing or the other elements that you consider when
the timing makes the difference because you do everything you do for like you do everything you do for a full length. Exactly, for you know.
So for short films, you're looking at least
the timing. When they say short, in the word short, it's about the time.
Yeah.
Time. Okay. And then when they say full feature film, they mean the full. And it had to do with film used to be on film.
Okay. Leslie from it's on the line. I beg your pardon. Leslie, good morning. Leslie, can you hear us? I know you can hear us loud and clear. Maybe. Just network. I'm wondering why the phone lines are just bringing us.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can hear you. Can you lower your TV set? Okay, please.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you. Hello? Leslie. Yes, we can hear you, Leslie.
Yeah, I've done that.
Leslie, I'm sorry.
Can you hear me, please?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead and talk to us.
Hello?
Yes, Leslie. Okay, Leslie.
So, like I was saying, it had to do with film. Even if on VHS, you check, most VHS rolls are 90 minutes.
Yep.
Right? They write JVC 90 max. Yep. Or they write whatever. So the 90 minutes was the standard. A standard film roll, if you were making a movie, right? The roll you work on has a time span. So that's a full feature film.
Right.
So that's where the initial whatever is. But these days, it's so widespread. You could have a series, right? Which is serial, one story, multiple episodes. Or you could have a series that's an anthology, which each episode has nothing to do with the next. Like you have Black Mirror is an anthology series. Episode 1 and episode 2 have nothing to do with each other. But Game of Thrones, if you miss one episode, so it depends really on who is doing what.
Right.
Well, Bright from Takwa is on the line. Let's try and see if we can get through to Bright. Bright, good morning. Can you hear us loud and clear?
Hello.
Yes, Bright.
Morning, bro. You hear us?
We can hear you.
Well,
we heard you say hello.
Definitely a challenge in there somewhere. Well, Bright can't seem to hear us.
Hello.
Maybe we are hearing Bright, but he can't seem to hear us.
Yep.
Bright, if you can hear us, go ahead. Sure thing. Our team will hold on with the telephone lines now and then until we get that sorted out. But Cyril, you're making your point.
Yeah, I was just saying that, like what Lenny said about short films reviving our industry. And I'm saying that anything in its short form, it will be easier for us because it's also most likely, all things being equal, be less on budget constraint and then also less workload. So you can actually get key people that you need to work together for a short period of time on this short film. Because ideally, it wouldn't make sense that a short film that you're doing a 10-minute film for it to take longer than you would make a 1 hour, 30-minute film. So if it's an issue of people not having time to collaborate, people not getting access to the expertise
Or laziness.
or whatever, or maybe it's your side gig or whatever, blah, 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 you're not going to get that time and that leave to shoot a 2-hour film that's going to be dope. But you might get a few weekends with call on this person, call on that person to do a killer short film. Now, when it comes to the short film, the reason why I always lean towards the short form of a series on TV, either TV, film to TV, or TV series, is because it allows an extended storytelling, and that brings on board so many people as it unfolds. A movie is so compressed and huge that if people don't pick it up within that window where it's at its peak, it dwindles down in value. But a series usually appreciates in value. Charlie, at this season 2 right now, you know what?
Ends.
Hey, Charlie, for good start up.
Until it ends.
You don't hear that about films. Isn't that the film
Serial.
can be passed until it ends?
Yeah.
So you have people's attention for 5 seasons. What's the name of that thing?
Man, I've done 7
No.
seasons.
The one that Bold and Beautiful.
Yeah.
They went on forever.
They are still going.
And there was even Young and Restless.
Sunset
Beach. We had our own Ultimate
Quandos,
Paradise.
yes,
Taxi Driver is a YOLO. Things We Do for Love.
Both and Beautiful. If they say start watching from today,
No,
you finish, then you
they
chop.
jump 90.
How are they still going though?
Yeah.
No, but it's like
Brooke and them.
EastEnders. It's like
EastEnders, Neighbors.
It's never gonna end.
It's
Like
never
it's gonna
exactly.
go on and on. Anywhere you join, you would catch up after a while.
And we had TV series. I mean, not that we don't have TV series now. We do have a lot of TV series now. But maybe I'm old. But when Taxi Driver, Things We Do for Love, Ultimate Paradise were on air, there was some magic about them.
Yeah.
There was some magic about them. You know what I'm saying? Now there's a lot of TV series, and it all seems to be the same thing.
I mean, behind the scenes is what you're seeing for when
Aloe Vera.
Sedifia was going to work on Aloe Vera. I mean, this is the amount of work that they had to put in trying
Creating
to
the village.
create a village. I mean, I can imagine the investment that had gone into first securing the space, the permits, you know, and I hope he had support from from any of these quarters that agencies that should
institutions.
because I mean all these, like we're talking collaborators, is the reason what we can do together to be able to, you know, push our industry. But I like what you just said with us paying attention to the space of the series, the short films.
The
because
short films,
it's an opener. It's a
Series is on TV.
Yeah.
Everybody has access to it. There's no ticketing, right? There's always the possibility of rerun. The story can be adapted as it goes along. So
Even
when you're on
on
episode
YouTube.
3 and people end up falling in love with Jay Foley, even though you didn't intend him
can
to be the love
backtrack.
character, you can even rewrite the story.
Let me
But guys,
let
okay.
me bring your attention to something, right? YOLO is a spin-off of Things You Do for Love.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
One of the most successful
Yeah.
Ghanaian
Arguably the.
Arguably. I mean, I think Sun
If you
City.
take-
I think Sun City
Sun
was there, but it's
City
okay.
is also good, yeah.
but
I think it's better.
directed by the
Bidiako.
same person, right?
Nothing's going to top Inspector Bidiako.
Sun City was directed by the same person.
Ultimate.
Yeah, I think it's
I don't know
alright.
about Sun
Wasn't
City,
I-
Ivan. I don't know, but
Okay,
I think
we'll
you do for
cross-check,
love.
yeah. And YOLO came back.
Yeah.
YOLO came around a time where our film and TV industry wasn't really.
It was on crutches.
Thank you very much. I mean, chia.
El Crochet.
Chia. No.
Le Crochet.
But it still stood out. They stood out because it's not just because it has some kind of nostalgic effect from Things to Do for Love.
Because it was good.
Because it was good and it was short. You know, you want to look forward to what's
Next
happening
Thursday.
next Thursday. And even not just YOLO, there was XOXO. There was a couple of series that.
Review.
I'm just
XOXO.
There was
Yeah.
XOXO even before you.
even before YOLO, you get me? And even that one survived. Do you get what I'm saying? So I've always wanted, and maybe moving the conversation away from TV digitally, YOLO and XOXO were doing amazingly well on YouTube. People actually go there to watch and come and talk about it online.
You just mentioned all these things, and I just remembered programs. We forgot about AC.
Why is she done?
AC has been in a bunch of series. Atia, YOLO,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Verima, blah blah
Spice-
blah.
Spice
No, we're
Girls.
talking about resource people.
It's the Spice Girls.
The Sky Girls.
Sky
Sky
Girls.
Girls.
You know,
She has a movie on DSTV as we speak. That would have been for the insight of what it's like on a movie. You know.
we've had
I mean, you didn't pick it. You come to ask us why. One again about Facebook.
No,
so I say-
je n'ai pas piqué les Anglais.
So I think, like I said, there's an opportunity to explore or exploit, that channel, because case in point, Akabeneza and his family
crew,
members,
yeah.
right? Akabeneza and his family members,
His crew.
their family, or his crew, right? Even though they have long feature movies, they actually made their names out of short films.
That's
You go to that YouTube, it's 15, 20, 25 minutes, everything packed in it. It's not like back in the day, Jaco with a full movie.
Let me
or back
tell
in the day
you,
with a full
Lily,
movie.
please, off the back of that, let me tell you. Okay,
Okay.
sorry, Lenny, finish up.
I was just going to add to it. Cyril mentioned like cost and all of that. You may not have to spend as much on a short film,
Right.
as much as you'd have to spend on a full feature or a full movie, right?
Right.
All I want to say is you can never be too sure.
Yeah.
It also depends on the people
You're working with, yeah.
exactly working on the project and the
Have a
people
short
in
film
the
and you
project
call
and
Samuel
the goal you have for it, the quality you are looking for. Someone may have a short film and then not have have so much that they have to spend on. So there can be a 5-minute short film that
Right.
has to spend maybe 100,000 CDs, for example.
You think that
on
would come with the look and
Let me-
feel
let
of
me-
it?
let me-
The
yeah,
aesthetics
it
of
will.
it.
Yeah, it will definitely affect
Let me clarify what I said.
total
The total
project,
project,
right?
That's why I
Yes,
said, on face value, we can assume that because of this, so even if you have, there's no point having a low budget movie. Like right now, you say you take maybe 20K CDs or 30,000 CDs or even 50,000 CDs.
You can't do
that you are
anything
going
with
to go
that.
and do a whole movie, bro. The movie, unless your story is the story of what happened when Jesus got to heaven. Yeah. Bro, 50, you small money. You understand? People will buy it. You go cut your CDs, go and cry until people go buy them. Maybe you get your 50K back. But in the conversation we are having of progressing the industry, one young care, you get what I'm saying? That 50K though, as maybe a pilot, episode 1 and episode 2, for a series, right? Officer Foley.
Yes.
Pilot episode 1 and 2, the series, the pilot to pitch, the pilot to go to Juliet and say, we have this, please help us.
yeah.
The pilot to come to Richmond Foley and say, oh, we need 1 million. That is feasible. So why do you take your 50K and want to go and shoot a whole film where you can't pay the actors, you can't hire the lights you need, the sound is inside. You understand? When the sun shines, then the glare on the viewer screen,
It's blown out.
It's like overreaching.
Right.
But with that same 50K, with a good enough production, whatever, even if it's one solid episode you do, that this is my episode pilot
To
of
get the
this
money,
show,
to get the investment.
then you get the conversation going. Then the conversation starts like, how many episodes of this do you need for a season? 20. How much did it cost you to do one? You do your markups. You say, oh, 85,000 for one times 20. Blah, blah. Like, I'm being basic with it. But that's the real road to how we expand this. Not everybody needs to be making full-length films. If the goal is to elevate the industry, then we have too many people trying to do they work on some film. Every other filmmaker I make, they work on some film. And I, like, you have to encourage everybody. So yeah, cool, Charlie. But think about it. You don't need to go and be fighting for screening spaces,
Right.
Because there's TV,
Yep.
there's YouTube.
Yep.
You don't need to be worrying about ticketing, franchising, where they'll play it, regions, blah blah. Because again, there's TV, right? the American soap operas and series that we watch here, is it showing on local TV? We find them because they are compelling enough, and because they are series, they can be promoted as many times as possible. Boston Legal was cancelled years ago, right? Yeah. But their Twitter handle is still tweeting bites from the episodes. I follow them.
Yeah.
Every day they tweet something. They cancelled the show years ago. Game of Thrones ended, but their Twitter and their Instagram is still posting snippets and blast. So somebody who hasn't seen Game of Thrones
who wants to go and watch it.
But for your movie, it's very difficult. When Fast and Furious, how many are they at now?
They are 10.
10.
Yeah, 10.
10 Pro.
Who cares about 9 now? Who is there hyping that I want to go watch the 9? Do you get it? The 9 was hot for 3 months. You watch, you know what? Everybody forgets.
Is it,
but even with that,
like Breaking Bad,
you can go back.
It's like Breaking Bad.
It's like Breaking Bad. People
How can
can still go back
please,
to that,
how can we use the
No, but it's not
movie
compelling.
houses?
You can, but it's
How
not.
can we use movie houses to amplify?
How can we use movie houses to amplify? We have to tell them to get to get local content.
But movie houses have stopped being a thing, haven't they?
Say you don't go there.
I apologize.
What's movie house? What's that?
I'm so surprised about Jifole. I don't know what he's talking about. What's the movie house? No, enlighten us.
Is it like a cinema or something?
It's a cinema house.
It's a cinema. It's a house of movies.
House of movies.
I thought they weren't a thing anymore.
Yeah, I saw.
It's not a thing anymore.
Charlie, shout outs to ENS movie house. To all the boys who went to Lagos, Charlie, you know,
Hello,
ENS hold boys down.
On a more serious note, you've asked a very important question.
We can use it.
Government is looking for places to build.
The last thing I beg you, the last thing they are doing in the movie house.
People to turn their movie houses.
The last thing they are doing
with the government.
The last thing they are doing in the movie house is watching movie. I beg you.
No, but for real, there are so many really empty houses.
Look at the way I've laughed and cried. You're asking me what me I'm saying.
The last thing they do in movie house is watch.
I beg
We
you.
actually go there to review the movies. We don't watch
movie house. My brother, when you go to movie house, choose Lord of the Rings. It's 2 hours, 16 minutes.
You have enough
If you
time.
want value for money, choose. Don't go and choose any American film. They kill the guy. 45 minutes. Choose Lord of the Rings, Godfather 2. Those long films.
You know the three of you are laughing and crying. Okay.
Star Wars films that are almost 3 hours. 2 hours 45 minutes. Good film. Go and choose some. Go choose some Ghanaian film by 45 minutes. They close.
Hold on. On the other hand, if you go taking on those films, where you can catch their way, maybe that you know be.
You go watch out. You go watch cinema.
You can explain. If then you go say, let's go.
Yes, Charlie, get Lord of the Rings. Give me part 2.
You say I have to go.
your life.
Please.
No matter what seriously.
Yeah.
Government
I'm at a point in time. I'm okay.
Oh
No,
God.
for real. I feel like there are so many empty houses that can be turned into movies.
Hey, Lenny, someone's
No,
house.
but you are liaising with the government.
Why you grant the space in your house?
government
Your house is not bad. The space in your house.
I'm occupying it, so it's not bad. The empty ones.
government should look into it.
Yeah, because you
Then
hardly see movie houses.
Yeah.
Please,
Yeah,
movie houses is supporting a different industry. Even though it's called movie house, it's not supporting the film industry. It's supporting a different industry. I beg you, it's common confusion.
It's hospitality.
It's hospitality.
Let it be known.
Let me have not done anything.
Let it be known that.
I don't know anything.
Let it
I
be known
beg.
that before Airbnb.
On that note,
Before Airbnbs became a
Movie
thing.
houses were
Hey, oh God.
Yeah.
Charlie, no, but shout out to ENS.
so wait, hold on. Before somebody thought about Airbnb to convert homes into
Master, they were far ahead.
rentals,
They were far ahead.
we were converting homes into.
Movie houses.
And on that note, listen. They say exit when the applause is loudest. On that note, we'll catch you same time tomorrow right here on Culture Day. We're still taking this week to delve deeper into the film industry, and we're done.